What's the word, y'all? It's your boy Sean Travis here to share some more information. You know, I gotta look out for all my brothers, whether it be my black brothers, my Asian brothers, my white brothers. I love everybody. You feel me? Uh, I've been, let's just say, I have my fair share of experience, which is interacting with different women of different cultures and ages. And certain things I just picked up on to the point where, like, I had looked up one day. I'm like, you know what? I'm damn near a savant at this. Like, cause it's not just like I study women, like, and have experience. It's like I study everything. Cause like I love life. I'm a sponge. Like it's nothing that I do that I don't like really study the nuances of it. Everything I do, literally, I'm a nuanced person. Like I want to know the detail. I don't want to know the whys, the what's, the who's. If you do that, what happens? If you don't do that, what happens? So on and so forth. Kind of like how like how like athletes study film. So yeah. Anyway, I know it's a lot of dudes out here that's like, okay, how do I get a woman? How do I get from A to B, from the point of me meeting a woman to the point of actually getting her to be comfortable enough to like really kick it with me like that? Because it's like a hit or miss thing, kind of. Depending on how you meet the woman first and foremost is a factor. Like, okay, say if it's in person, she's more than likely assessed within the first 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, if she's even interested in you in any type of way, whether it be friend, lover, potential new man, whatever, right? So, on first few minutes, then that's like kind of like when they kind of make their assessment. Now, that's not to say after she gets to know you and she starts to pick up on certain things that's appealing, then she may like kind of alter her perception. But for the most part, that first that first few minutes, she kind of know. Um, then you get like, say, dating sites. You get Messenger. You get Instagram, DM, right? These are all platforms where you can kind of give a feel, right? A feel for yourself, right? Very true. And depending on how you come off, it's gonna make or break where this situation goes. So I know this is pretty elementary, but it's really real. Your confidence is everything. And when I say confidence, I don't mean like, okay, you gotta act like you a superstar. You can get act like you the coldest dude on the planet, but it do help to come off like you're comfortable in your own skin, like you know what I'm saying, you feeling yourself, you're confident, you're a strong, intelligent man. Like that, all these traits are very attractive to most women. Not all, but most, because at the end of the day, every woman likes different things, right? But if y'all really want to know, I'm not gonna say it's like foolproof, but it like really legit helps. Is conversation. If you can develop your conversation skills, when I tell you the possibilities are infinite, I'm not even bullshitting you in no type of way. Like seriously. So check this out. So let's say a couple years back, right? I um I was single, whatever, and I lived on the west side of Chicago. Um, I had like a pretty, you know, my schedule wasn't too full like that. For the most part, I would work on music, write, but my leisure was my leisure. My leisure, if I'm not hanging with if I wasn't hanging out with a woman, I'll be playing Xbox with my brother online with the guys. Maybe chill, watching movies sometimes, whatever, right? But You know how you know how like everybody has that phase when they say kind of like you're so what is it sowing your oats. I'm not sure that's the right way to say it, but that's not to say that I was just not doing it, but like say that was like phase. Let's see, two, phase two, because I feel like when I first did it, I was a baby. I was 21. You know, I was like really mingling. Um, I was going hard. You know, I even like at one point I dated these twins from Iceland, and it was a pretty cool experience. Until one of them was like, "You got to pick one of us," and then she tongue kissed me, and she was the one that basically won me over, and that lasted until she went away to school or whatever. So that was pretty cool. But no, I was getting it in though. Like I can't make this up. I had a girl literally on every 2 blocks. I had like 5 girls I was kicking it with that lived within like at least a block or two radius. And so you wonder like, well, how did that work? Well, even though I was only 21, I always had tactics. You feel me? So my tactic was this. Okay, I had, you know, my main girl from at the time from Iceland that of course when I told you one on one me out. That was my girl, but I could only take it so seriously because I knew within a year or whatever, she was going away to school. So I was like, yeah, I'll rock with her, but at the end of the day, she's going away, and then that's gonna be it. So whatever, right? So I had a Puerto Rican girl up the street and around the corner. She was like maybe a little bit younger than me. Then I had my little vet. You know, when you 21, 30, 31 to any chick in their 30s is kind of like a vet to you. So I had a chick that was like from Belize. She was like in her 30s, early 30s. And then I was messing with this chick from Germany who was like in the opposite direction but around the corner, but down the street. Um, and then I had a chick that was kind of hood that lived like a couple blocks away. She was like, she was brick house. She top heavy, bottom heavy, stacked up, whatever, right? I'm juggling all this. I'm hustling. I was selling weed and pills. Like, just really, just ambitious. Like, in college full time job, 5 hoes. Like, just my energy. You know, my energy had to be nuts then. You know, but what I would do, I would never ever go out at the same time with none of them. Not at the same time, but I would just say I would never just like walk around with none of them in the neighborhood. Like say if we kicked it, either I'm coming to your crib, you coming to my crib, or we're gonna meet somewhere. That shit worked like a charm. Like I'm obviously kind of surprised I was like that savvy at that age. But yeah, I always, like I said, I was always a crafty dude. But not to get off the subject. So that was like my first, like, kind of feeling myself, filling out women's stage. And imagine if I was that great at 21, how great I was the second time around at this. So this is the thing. So me and one of my guys, we would go out like, we basically used to hoop when we was teenagers, right? So we like caught back up a couple years later and whatnot, and we figured out that we both like to go out and we both like women. Well, obviously we like women, but it's different. We just didn't like women. We like it was a natural, innate connection we had with women. So like say if it was like a TV show, like it was like it wasn't like Batman and Robin. It was like two Batmans. So we both like cold with it, and we'd go out and shit. And then after a while, we went out so much. anything gets burned out after a while, right? So I'm like, damn, I don't want to just always go out, right? So yeah, I want to always go out. So then I started having girls come over more, and I would balance it out and say maybe I go out once or twice that week, and then the rest of the week I just had like a chick come over and we kick it, whatever, right? Cool. So I'm like, damn. After a while, like I said, my goal was to do what was to still meet new women, but then not always go out and do it because I wasn't into dating apps. I wasn't into you know none of the other stuff. So when I would meet a woman, right, I was like, okay, I would read the situation. So I'm like, let's be honest. Every woman is different. Every woman don't want different things. Some women want to go out. Some women want to get straight to the point and just get busy. Some women want all of it, whatever, right? So anyway, I'm like, man, you know what? I need to cut a corner here because at the end of the day, I I have a not an obsession, but I love efficiency. So what happened? I picked up on some shit, right? See, whenever you do something you want to be great at it, you gotta pay attention to the small things, right? The small things, the nuances. That's what really counts, right? So I peeped something, right? By luck, obviously, because I didn't know this off top. But one thing I peeped is that most dudes don't talk on the phone, right? So the thing about it is, it's to the point where women don't even expect dudes to talk on the phone. And it's been like this for a long time, even to this day, right? And let's face it, as guys, we're not really talkers, right? But if you develop your conversation skills and you actually exercise this to the point where like you can use this effectively and create a vibe, um, let a woman know, like give a woman a taste of who you are, man, let me tell you something. When I tell you, I know y'all ever heard the phrase work like a charm. I did it once, right? Got a crazy vibe with this chick. What I do, I'll get a drink. Sometimes I smoke, you know, cause that's creating my little inner vibe. Like so, however I'm feeling, whatever my energy is, it's gonna be personified, whatever, right? So I get my little cocktail. Sometimes I smoke, whatever. Start talking, vibing. Next thing you know, it's been an hour at least, maybe even two. And it was like, do y'all realize how much ground you cover as opposed to just only texting? Like, chicks are only getting bits and pieces of you when you text, right? And on top of that, they reading between the lines. But when you actually, like, take the time to call a chick here and there, and they catch your vibe, man, they might not even give no fuck about even going nowhere out with you. Because 9 out of 10, a lot of times women want to do that for validation reasons because they feel like that represents their worth if you're taking them somewhere, this and that. Or and also just giving them a feel for your vibe. But if you take the time to actually talk and exchange energy, man, let me tell you something. What started happening, and keep in mind, like I like doing everything. Like I like going out. I like dancing. I like eating, listen to music, recreation, all that, right? But as they say, your life has certain seasons in it, right? So in this particular season of my life, I had done everything already. And I was like, you know what? Let me find a way to skip a step or two. Well, you know what? I don't have to do the song or dance. Because let's just face it, ultimately, it's man and woman. You're going to eventually end up in one of each other's houses, and you're going to eventually end up doing some adult things, right? It is what it is. So I'm like, how can I find a way to like skip a step or two, right? One conversation, crucial vibes, boom. shorty like, man, maybe I could just come by and kick it. I'm like, cool, right? Then I did it again. Different woman, different vibe, same result. We talk, we vibe, she get a feel for me, boom. She like, can I come through? Cool. Like, we ain't went out dancing, we ain't went out to no club, had no drinks, none of that shit. You know why? It's a couple of reasons. One, she got a feeling for who I am, a good feeling, because you can tell through conversation, especially if you can read people. So one thing, and don't get it twisted, like you can't just be anybody and talk to any woman and pull this off. You have to first of all show that you a solid ass dude. Number two, you gotta show that you can be trusted. All these things can be read within the dialogue, right? Okay, and then on top of that, at some point, there's gonna be a little flirtatious banter. When that flirtatious banter comes up, you gotta nail that shit. If you nail that shit, it's cooked. Like, she's gonna know already. I'm coming to him. We gonna have a good time. We gonna vibe. We may watch a movie, Netflix and chill, whatever, and boom, you know what Netflix and chill is. And, you know, after the chill, it's time to get trill. You'll say, hey. So, yeah, don't be afraid to have some conversation skills. I mean, and it's not just for this. This is just period. Because at the end of the day, like when you talk to people, you know, so for example, Warren Buffett said, if you improve your communication throughout your lifetime, your increase will increase by double. So this just doesn't apply to like you interacting with women. You have to master and refine your conversation skills to get to the point that it works in your favor. You also have understanding with people, you know, and shit. You can have fun with these women out here too. So work on your conversation skills. Take the time. Trust me, it's just check. This is chess, not checkers. I almost said checkers, not chess, but nah. Checkers is tit for tat. Chess is seeing down the line, moves down the line. I love chess actually, so I kind of apply it to a lot of different angles to life. But yeah, nonetheless, look at it as an investment and a time and energy saver. You take the time to have a conversation or two. It may save you a couple of outings and a couple $100. And I'm not even a cheap dude like that, so like don't get it twisted. This not about, oh, don't want to spend money. And I'm like, nah, I ain't like that, because like I said, I like to do shit, but like I said, that particular time in my life, or even just sometimes period, I might not feel like all that shit. I already have responsibilities. I gotta get money, you know, have my kids, I got my family, my mom. I might not feel like doing all that shit, but I still might want to kick it with a fine chick. So, or a chick with a good personality, whatever it is, right? So, sometimes you gotta have tactics, cut a corner, have a conversation, see where that gets y'all. If y'all got like, if y'all want some suggestions, y'all let me know. Say if y'all want some suggestions about, I guess like what type of stuff to talk about. Cause I know this is not natural for everybody. That's another thing. I come from a long line of talkers, so part of this is just in my genes, but the rest of it is just me kind of learning as I go along. So let me know if y'all want to, you know, any ideas about like kind of how to hold a good conversation, how to provoke certain things within that conversation. Like I got y'all. See, I had to learn this shit on my own, so y'all don't have to do that because y'all got me. And you know I love to share what I know. I want all y'all to win. Fuck that. I want y'all to win. That shit makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? Until then though, peace.